Welcome to Military Spouse World 1-to-1, a weekday podcast featuring a military family shaker and mover, helping you navigate this amazing chapter in life. Here's your host, Dave Etter.
On today's edition of Spouse World 1-to-1, we talk with Kennita Williams, an Air Force spouse, shaker and mover, who is going to tell us a little bit about Operation Diamond Boots, an initiative that she has begun. We also discuss a little bit about how volunteerism works. Hello, Kennita. How are you?
Hey, Dave. I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm outstanding. I'm loving Germany. It's a lot of fun. You're over in where? Alaska?
I am in Fairbanks, Alaska on Eielson Air Force Base.
Sweet. Eielson Air Force Base. That's a big base.
Yes, sir. The snow is finally melting. We got some sunshine, so we're happy these days.
I bet.
Some daylight and we're out of darkness, so that's a good time for us.
Does the sun set at all anymore now?
It usually sets right now around 11 o'clock
at
in
night.
The evening.
Holy mackerel.
Yep, and then it's back up probably around about 4 in the morning.
Oh, man.
I know. It's crazy.
5 hours of dark? Wow.
Yeah, and you don't want to go to sleep. It makes you want to just do stuff.
Wow. No, I can't even imagine it. I really cannot imagine it.
It's crazy. We get up, we go to spinning class at like 5 o'clock in the morning.
And it's daylight, so you can do spinning class outside.
Yeah. Enjoy it while we can, because the darkness is coming, you know.
Well, anyway, I'm so glad you reached out to and accepted my invitation to come be on Spouse World 1-to-1. You are a shaker and a mover in the Air Force world, right?
Yes, I am. Go Air Force.
Go Air Force, sure. Now, I know Army's got hooah, and the Marines got ooh-ah, and the Navy's got ooga. What does Air Force have? Oh, boy.
We kind of just say, oh, yeah, we're here.
I thought it might be something like, pass me the coffee.
Sometimes.
That's mean. That plays into the fun, the
Don't
camaraderie.
Tell my husband.
Yeah.
Don't tell my husband.
Yeah. They laugh and joke and they call you guys the chair force.
They do. And I'm like, hoorah. He's like, no, that's not what we say. I'm like, what do you say? He can't even tell me.
Let's see. Hooah works for the first sergeant to walk around. He'll be saying something so fast nobody can understand what he's saying. Nobody has a clue what he's saying. And then he'll go hooah, and everybody goes hooah. Okay. In the Navy, we say aye, which means understood and will obey.
Mm-hmm.
What does hooah mean? Does that mean pound the ground a little bit? Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Army. I'm going to get in so much trouble when my wife...
You're going to get in trouble, and you're going to get me in trouble.
Oh, it's terrible. It's a good thing we're spouses, right?
Yep, we can use that.
You just received a huge award in Alaska. Tell me about it.
I did, and it was such an honor. They had their 49th Military Appreciation here annual event. It's really a big deal here in Fairbanks, and it's a good community. Each year they honor the military because we have Fort Wayne right here, our Army base, and then we're here at Eielson Air Force Base, and then we also have the 168, which is the Guard unit here.
Wow.
So we're all here and building up Fairbanks together, so the community really receives us well.
Fairbanks is a large city in itself.
It is.
It covers, I think, more area than Connecticut and Rhode Island and Massachusetts and Vermont combined.
It does, and it's pretty big. I didn't even realize it until I was like, where is Fairbanks? But I found it. They moved us in a few weeks, so yeah, it's here.
And you got, what was the award again?
It was the Civilian Volunteer of the Year.
Holy mackerel.
Yeah, I know, right?
That also includes people who volunteer at fire departments and Boy Scouts and any other kind of volunteers, candy stripers at hospitals.
Yep, it was for Oliver. I was selected by our wing commander here.
Oh, my.
Yeah, so it's a really huge honor, and I'm very humbled, very appreciative.
I mean, I saw the video. It was a production that is only second to maybe a Hollywood thing. It was huge.
Dave, I felt like Hollywood. It was awesome. They really rolled out the red carpet for us. It was really a great event. We had the mayor there. We had a 3-star general, the governor, a lot of senators. It was a really big deal. We were very appreciative as a military community that they thought enough of us to put on the convention center. It was awesome.
There was a large stage, too. Lots of stage lighting, the stuff that just, well, if you don't wear any kind of makeup, you will get sunburned like that.
Yes. I'm telling you, they brought it all out. The good food and the red carpet and the news was there. And
wow.
It was a big event.
Production-wise, it sounds like it was better than what we're going to experience at MSOI. You had such grace walking across that stage and accepting that award. It was amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
I thought that was so cool. I just had to ask if you wanted to do an interview.
Oh, it was awesome, and I felt so great. I had so many other spouses come to me afterwards and just tell me how they really just felt like so honored because we were being appreciated, you know, as, as spouses. You know, we go to those events and we clap for our husbands and we love it and appreciate it, but just to have one of us up there getting an award like that, it was great. It was a real big honor.
And the neat part about it is, and anybody that's listening, if you get an opportunity to be awarded anything for your volunteerism, accept it and be gracious about it because you might inspire the next person that will solve an issue that you need a good go-getter, rocker, shaker, and a mover volunteer, and you may have inspired them in the process.
Absolutely. And you don't even realize it. And, that was one of the things that they told us when they gave us the phone call. They were like, this is no time to be humble. Tell us all the good stuff that you've done and are going to do and want to do. So you can inspire someone else to know that, maybe even to let them know their labors is not in vain.
Yeah. I mean, I won last year, for my base here, the U.S. Army Garrison Rhineland-Pfalz here in Germany. I won Installation Spouse of the Year. Then I got Top 18. And then I won for Armed Forces Insurance 2016 Army Spouse of the Year. So I'm, one of the top 6. And I honestly, even right now, do not feel I deserve that honor, but I accept that honor because maybe somewhere somebody will say, hey, Dave was able to do it. And look, he's old and decrepit.
You deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. And I'm telling you, this has inspired me, just seeing you and the other spouses and all the things that have inspired me even more. And I'm so appreciative of our network that be involved because it has inspired me to do more.
Now, what is it that you do? You've got an organization that you're fixing to kick off that is going to help bring a whole bunch of volunteers together. Tell me a little bit about that.
Absolutely. It is Operation Diamond Boots. It will kick off in June.
Nice.
And yes, sir. I'm so excited. It's been like a brainchild for a while, and it's kind of like bits and pieces everywhere I go, like from base to base. Now it's kind of coming to fruition. It's more of a mentorship to educate, to empower, to help the military spouse just find their way and know the resources that we have to get there and meet the people that we need to meet to actually achieve some goals and not lose ourselves, to actually support our husbands, support our wives, but then also not lose ourselves in doing it.
Now, who's eligible to be a part of Operation Diamond Boots?
Every spouse, across every branch. That's why I'm so appreciative of this honor to be a part of the Milsoy family. it is such an honor because it really opened up the door and gave me a good platform to reach out to, the Navy, the Marines, all the people that I wouldn't ordinarily be able to get those connections with. It's really been like, wow, okay, we can all come together on a platform and know that we're all out here doing the same thing.
And the male military spouses too, because you've got an
absolutely
awesome male military spouse right there at Eielson Air Force Base that I can think of right off the top of my head.
That's my boy Mark Smyrda.
Yes, let's give a shout out for Mark. I can't get him to commit to doing one of these interviews. Of course, I haven't tried yet either.
He totally needs to. He's such an inspiration, and he rallies these male spouses together. We just had a spouses event here, and they had their own table. They were doing their own thing. It was awesome. We had we have a dining out every year. Mm-hmm. It's themed and everything, so maybe he'll share some of those pictures with you.
Well, I think I've seen a few of them. Yeah. He's a good guy, really good guy. And I'm really looking forward to connecting with him in person one day. We have a small community in the male military spouse world. We're only about 11% of the spouse community.
Right.
That means like 1 out of 10 spouses at any meeting should be a guy, at least.
Oh my goodness.
And so if you've got like 300 spouses in a room for a spouse appreciation, what is that? 30 of those should be men. The challenge for most spouse groups is to get those guys to get up from their easy chairs and away from their fishing poles, and but that's where you got guys like Mark who will make sure it happens.
I tell you, and he's awesome. He's a rock star up here. It is a challenge, like you said, with the fishing pole and the hunting. They're at the perfect place. Why not Fairbanks, Alaska?
Absolutely. That's what I'd be doing. These interviews, sorry, let somebody else take over spouse world. I'm going fishing.
Exactly. But he's doing an awesome job. Shout out to Mark, I tell you.
Yep. So you're looking at launching Operation Diamond Boots in June. How does somebody get a hold of you to get involved with Operation Diamond Boots?
Right now, I'm on Facebook as Kennita Williams, Kennita Williams. You can actually reach out to me there on Facebook, Messenger, Skype, LinkedIn. It's all Kennita Williams. Nothing fancy or cute, just my name.
How about Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat?
Yep, just Kennita Williams. Yep, same thing.
Wow.
I let my daughter help me with that.
Good for you.
That's what teenagers are for, right?
Yeah, for programming the microwave, quits blinking zero.
Absolutely. So, and then right now, we're in the midst of still getting things up and going, but I can be contacted at neetswill@gmail.com.
Spell that, please.
That's NEETSWILL@gmail.
Ah, okay. I was going to spell it NEAT, but I'm glad I asked.
Yes, sir. Neetswill.
Neetswill, N-E-E.
Yes, sir.
What does Neetswill mean? It's got to mean something.
Like it's my husband calls me Nee. He's always has, and it's always my will. That's the way things get done. Neats will, and he stays happy, and so do I.
I get where Neats comes from. It's just a shortened nickname of Kennita. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you're Neats, and Neats will because, well, if Mama said it, Mama makes it happen.
Yeah, absolutely. He learned that.
When I was in the Navy, any of the guys, they asked, what do they do when they go home, and their wife was and I was back in the day when there was no family support. The commands actually thought that they could tell wives to shut up. Yeah, like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
One kid come up to me, said, "Hey, Chief, how do I handle this?" And I says, look at it this way. You work for Sublant, but when you go home, you work for Sink House. Commander-in-Chief House is your wife, and you say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, and you do what you're told.
And we all stay happy.
That's right. Sink House.
I love it. I love it.
Well, Kennita, thank you so much for joining us on Spouse World 1-to-1. It's a pleasure to talk to you. You're going to be at the MSOI events next week?
I am super excited. Yes, I'm from Delaware, so I'm right on the neighbor in D.C. Will be awesome. So I am excited.
Outstanding. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Same here, Dave.
All righty. Have fun, and thank you very much.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Military Spouse World 1-to-1 is a BDE Productions podcast. The views and opinions of the host or any of the guests are not that of BDE Productions or sponsors. Be sure to like this episode and subscribe to Spouse World 1-to-1.